how are you all doing? Greetings from the Crypto Blitz, where you may get your crypto fix. I'm Ripple Van Winkle, your host. I hope that today is fantastic for everyone. The weekend is arrived. Saturday is here. May 10th is the date. Please pardon me. The show has to go on even though I'm still feeling poorly. People, we're dissecting the charts in this video. We are dissecting the market. The reason we are gazing at this gorgeous structure right now is because, although Bitcoin isn't finished, it looks really lovely. XRP simply won't go away. I'm thrilled. Folks, this is the moment we've been anticipating. We have a lot to discuss. 3 charts were available for us to view. Without further ado, just unwind and sit back. Let's get started. 103,643 Bitcoin. It has increased by more than 8% in the last 7 days. Ethereum will arrive at 2402. It has increased by more than 31% in the last week. Both USDT and USDC are stable currencies that are exactly where we want them to be, at the dollar pegs. Additionally, XRP has increased by about 10% over the past 7 days, reaching $240. It's not so bad, is it? The total market value of cryptocurrencies is now hovering around $3. 1 trillion. 29 out of 100 for alt season. Keep in mind that the season is not yet complete. The season isn't even close to being over yet. 64% of the market is Bitcoin. Yesterday, we showed you a chart. When Bitcoin's dominance fell by a staggering 1%, everyone said, hey, it's all season. It isn't. Right now, you don't want it to be all season. Do you want to know why? Since alt season indicates that only roughly $3 to $3.5 trillion will enter the market this cycle, money will now shift from Bitcoin to altcoins. That is not what you desire. Right now, you want Bitcoin to rise as far as it can. I really think that this bull cycle will reach that $200,000 mark this year, possibly starting AQ1. I firmly think that this year is the time. I have some evidence to support my belief that it has begun. In a moment, I will reveal it to you. However, more money will flow into your cryptocurrencies the more money enters the market presently. Before the mass rotations, your altcoins will rise in value in tandem with the amount of money that enters the market and drives up Bitcoin. This cycle allows us to earn the 5, 10, 15, and 20x multipliers on the alts, and the higher they are before the money rotates in, the higher they go. For those who are yelling that they want this to last the entire season, the answer is no. Either you've never done this before, this is your first cycle, or you simply don't know what you're doing. This shouldn't last the entire season. We are still essentially at the levels of the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency bull runs of 2020. We reached almost 2.8 trillion. 1 is where we are. That is not what we desire. Our goal is to reach about 5, 7, or 10 trillion. Let's have a huge rotation after that. I strongly advise you to visit the Patreon group and sign up if you haven't already. On May 3rd, we released this. We predicted that Bitcoin will have a huge week. This is what we can infer from the timeline. If you were wondering where Bitcoin might go next, I'd like to tell you, guess what? An important window of time that can reveal a lot is approaching. This was a very specific time frame that was absolutely accurate. I predicted that there wouldn't be a significant peak before May 5th. The timing analysis indicates that a local top is unlikely to occur before May 5th. Does not imply that Bitcoin will increase daily. It just indicates that moving upward is most likely not finished. Not quite yet. At the time, I advised you that May 5th to 10th were the key days to watch out for. What was it I said? As I predicted, Bitcoin may experience a brief peak during this period, or there may be a breakout and further price movement. In any case, May 5th through May 10th would be the earliest window of the main shift when this could occur. The crucial trend indicator will formally establish that Bitcoin is in an upswing on Monday, I added. Let's now examine the Bitcoin chart. Can you see May 5th? Have you noticed what began on May 5th? The advancement. The precise promotion we discussed with members of the Patreon group we launched at the start of May. Of course, we got this thing exactly right. On Bitcoin, we surpass all established resistance levels. We might begin to see a reversal here, up around the $110,000 range, if we remove the barrier and support. To be honest with you, it might happen at any moment. 110 to 103. There was a slight reversal, which is typical. There was nothing wrong with a small correction. Have we finished? No, we're not even close to finishing. At some point this year, Bitcoin will have a parabolic blow-off peak. And for now, my targets are in the neighborhood of that $200,000 area. And I published this. If Bitcoin reaches $200,000, what will happen? The price of XRP will drop to $20. That's what you heard. Should we witness a $200 Bitcoin, you will receive a $20 XRP. My first XRP goals were between 150 and 175 and were positioned between 8 and 13. I don't care if it rises higher as long as we reach that $200 plus. You will receive $20 XRP if you spend $200 or more. Please pardon me. Yes, people, this bull cycle. Gary says, look, it can go even higher. Absolutely correct. Everyone wants to talk about how this is a utility bull run, but to top it all off, we have this. Yesterday, we learned about the upcoming pharmaceutical company on XRP. We now know that OC-regulated banks are allowed to outsource banks' permission crypto access activities, including as custody and execution services, and can begin purchasing and selling assets that are stored in custody. What's going on here, aka? They will be replaced by the banks. You have an open interest in this. What does this usually reveal to us? Generally speaking, it indicates a spike in speculative behavior. Traders placing bets on potential price changes. As a result, we are witnessing optimistic wagers and leverage long positions. The fact that traders are flooding the market suggests that XRP is about to make another significant move. This is what we see when we examine the XRP chart, and we can begin at these lesser levels down here. As we mentioned, it's right here. What happened to it? This very moment. We informed you of 220. It used to be between 220 and 226. Do you recall how fascinating this was? At this point, it reached 235. The market maker is making every effort to keep this from happening. Well, we exceeded 235. We are aiming for the next level on XRP, and I anticipate this will happen soon. That 250 range is what we're striving for. The next major XRP area of attention will be between 250 and 265. We have a relatively clear slate to run to 283 once your 265 is shattered. There will be some resistance at this place from 283 to $3, but don't worry, it will break. And guess what happens when it breaks? People, buckle up and prepare for price discovery. Things become enjoyable at that point. Things start to get interesting at that point. Observe the charts. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. We haven't finished yet. In actuality, we're almost finished. There will undoubtedly be setbacks along the way, but we are moving far higher, people. Click the join button if you're not already a member of the channel and want to join. Every month, the price is lower than the cost of a cup of coffee. No more advertisements. Remove those obnoxious advertisements. Listen to the rep all the way through. Get extra material. It's well worth the money. I will leave it at that. Look, wash your hands, please. Treat each other with kindness and courtesy. Ripple Vehicle is now available.